Basically, this is going in. My through hull. I've got all the fittings here. I want to tee it off and use it. Oh, disgusting. I just got a rubber plug. I know this is really dicey and I could have sank the boat. I really need to make sure it's not leaking down here. It is leaking. First things first, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed and who's been watching and liking the videos and all that jazz. The support for the channel has been really cool, and I appreciate it also. Thanks, everybody. In this video, there's no sailing. There's going to be a bunch of boat projects, and this is what you have to do when you buy a $3,500 sailboat. So let's get right into the projects. So today I am putting in an electrical panel, a little tiny one, so that I can control some more. Basically, this is going in right there. I want to be able to control some more lights and things like that. Who knows, maybe I'll put more things here, but for now we're just putting in that little electrical panel. It's got a USB charger and some stuff like that on it. I have installed this light. There was a hole there already, so I just kind of finished drilling through the wood that's on the backside, because that's for my shifting cables and whatnot. You can see the wire just coming out right there, and I've ran this marine wire. You can see here I've got marine 600 volt, but this should be more than enough for just some simple LED lights. Came down through the kitchen. From up there, you can't see, it's too dark. And then anyways, down there around the gas tank. And I had to drill a hole. Back here to get that out. And then I ran it up to the panel. Anyways, that's where I'm at so far. Try to catch some of the mess as I big risk taking a piece out of this old boat. Well, big risk for me. I like to keep things a little bit original. So I feel kind of weird about cutting this. Let's see if I can get this through here this way. Well, that worked out. Nice. That will be on there. So I'll come back in a minute when I got it all fastened up. I'm not sure if I will eventually redo this all or not, but so I just noticed that it looks like some of the wiring to my engine harness is not very secure. This came apart pretty easy. All right, I just finished the last little wires. It's a little crazy and I got some little tidying up to do, but let's test it to see if it works. Let's see here. Right here. Yeah, baby. And then I've got this hooked up to a little light under there. And here is the cockpit light that I installed. Cockpit. We have to change out the toilet. It doesn't work. this to plug it just in case. I don't know if water's going to want to come out of that or not, but I hope not. This is it. She's all done. Installed. Brand new. Never been used. So now the test is, does it work? So we're gonna put this on unlock. We're gonna put this on flush. And then we're gonna flush it. So let's stop right there for just a second. The reason the toilet didn't bring in any salt water when you would pump the toilet was the thru-hull was clogged or seized. It wasn't the thru-hull, it was the ball valve inside the valve that wasn't moving. So you could open and close the handle on the valve, but it wouldn't actually move the ball inside, and it wasn't letting any water through. So what I did was I just got a rubber plug. I know this is really dicey and I could have sank the boat. But I got a rubber plug. I went to the outside of the boat and I shoved the rubber plug up in the thru-hull to block any water from coming in the boat. Came back inside the boat and took off that valve and put the new one on. I also had something inside the boat to block it in case I ran it, in case that rubber plug came off while I was doing it all. But it was really dicey. After that new seacock was installed, the water would flow to the toilet and it would flush just fine. So that was the problem, was that the ball valve was seized, not letting any water in. Replaced that, the toilet worked just fine. So that brings us to our next project, which is going to be installing a saltwater foot pump at the sink and some plumbing over at that same seacock. I want to tee it off so that I have the saltwater side, and then I have an auxiliary side for something I might use in the future. But let's get to that project. Basically what I'm doing is my thru-hull, I've got all the fittings here. I want to tee it off and use it. But what happened was, when I originally, it's hard to get a good angle on this, but when I originally did this, I had to replace this thru-hull, or this seacock here. And I put this extension on there so that I could put this T on there. Well, in doing so, it brought it all way too close to this sewage line or black water line. So, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to elbow it this way. I'm going to take it and basically coming right out of this, I'm going to elbow it so I could use this area over here instead of being so close to these black water lines. But I'm going to tee it off again, so I'll have one going this way and I'll have two going that way. One of the ones going that way will be for the foot pump at the sink, the raw water foot pump, and the other one will be auxiliary. All right, so I'm just finishing up a few of the fittings. on the through hole. We're getting close, but there's quite a few pieces on there, and I'm gonna have to consult some people who would know more to make sure that what I've done is okay. Otherwise I might have to revert all this back. All right, so I'm finished for now, and I'm just kind of watching it to make sure. So this here is the original seacock, and you can see the handle is the white handle there, and that one, so it comes through the boat, comes up, it elbows off there to this T. The T goes to the head, and then this T goes to this T, and then I've got two more ball valves. Sorry. I've got two more ball valves on those, so I could turn those off independently. And this one is gonna go to the raw water pump at the sink. And this other one is just auxiliary for now. So I got other plans for that. All right, so we've got the boat torn apart once again. I fed the raw water line through there. You can see the new line there, and then it comes in here, and you can't see very well. And there's the pump, the foot pump back there. So I've got the new line going in. The thing is, I can't get that hose clamp off. Probably because it's salt water, it corroded. So I'm stuck with that old line for now. I'll eventually get to it, but my curiosity is if that pump was disconnected for a reason, like if the pump leaks or something like that. So really I just want to get it plumbed up, turn it on, and see if it leaks, because otherwise I just turn off the ball valve and be done with it. It's bright. So here we're gonna take this old gross line, and let's turn the light back on, and we're gonna pull it up to this guy. So I just gotta tighten that. I can't hold the camera and tighten it, so I'll tighten that, and then I'm gonna turn it on and try it. Okay, oh boy, the moment of truth. So the seacock's already open. I'm gonna open this one, and I do see water flowing in. So it's definitely getting water. I also have to keep an eye on all this to make sure my fittings don't leak. But I did see some water come in, so that part is working. Oh boy, I'm a little scared. This is one of those things you don't want to mess up. I see. Oh, disgusting. That must be old shit from the... Okay, so I've pumped this quite a few times. I really need to make sure it's not leaking down here. It is leaking. It is definitely leaking. Oh, shut that bad boy off. Okay. Okay. And that is why they probably disconnected it. So, let me turn this light on. Yep. I don't know if you could see it, but that thing's leaking. That that pump is leaking. You can't really see it. I just got done doing a major freaking project just to get this thing to work. The old one was leaky. Anyway, it works. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button and like it, or send me a comment if you have questions about anything. One last thing I wanted to show you guys. We've been getting a lot of weather here in Southern California that we don't normally get, and you know, we're not used to it. So what I did is I rigged up my cockpit cover to cover up my windows, because these windows in the front, this one and that one on the other side, they both leak, and I've got to seal that up. But I sealed up my chain plates here, you know, just in case they were going to leak. I put some 4200. I'm going to clean up that later with a Dremel, kind of get that off of the stainless steel. But yeah, this usually is over the cockpit. I rigged it up to keep the weather out. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.